I'm noticing a lot of people who are fucking insanely afraid of reminiscing and having to recollect past traumas in order to clear those traumas. In order to clear trauma, you need to put yourself back into the headspace mentally. You need to remember those memories. You need to recall what happened, how you felt in that moment, in that point in time, what happened to you. And so many of my students and clients right now, because we do reflection homework, say, Sage, I am afraid to do this because when I was actually at this point in my life, I didn't want to be here in life, if you know what I mean. So I'm fucking greatly afraid that if I even start to reminisce and reflect on this point again, that I will feel that way again. I'm about to tell you why that won't happen. And it all has to do with shifted consciousness. So when you were at that vulnerable point in life, right, you were in it. You were deep in the shit. But you're not. And more than likely, this occurred when you were a child, right? And we are grown adults now. So, boom, that's an automatic shift in consciousness. Unless you're like unless you totally lack emotional maturity in its entirety, I think you're good. But anyways, so that's a shift in consciousness in itself. So you went from child to young adult to full adult now. So that's a shift in the consciousness to begin with, right? So now that you're at this new headspace, your brain has developed enough to where you can handle and process this level of trauma and the things that you have already gone through. And because you're going into this with the intention of, okay, I am going to rewrite these memories, which means that I need to start to reminisce and bring up these things from the past, that's an intention, which is a form of manifestation. You are manifesting the desire to change, to come out of that headspace, to clear that past trauma so that you can live in this space of clarity, abundance, prosperity, all of the good things. Just close up those circles that were still open. Also, when you were at the point of wanting to no longer exist, when you were younger, going through these traumas, clearly you were not given the tools, you were not given the support, you were not given the love, the community that you needed in order to be healthy mentally. So that also plays into the now shifted conscious as well. So because you have the love, because you have the support, because you have the new perspective, because you have the new ideas, because you have all the new that's helping you, you will no longer exist in that headspace of no longer wanting to exist just for or just because you've decided to reminisce on these traumas that, yes, were incredibly hurtful to you, either mentally or physically at the time. But it's okay. You're safe now. And you have the adult brain, because we're not doing this whole I need to live as my inner child thing. No, we're going to heal that little mofo and we're going to get on with our adult lives. Okay, love you. Bye.